Hi everybody and welcome to the second game in my Throwback Thursday series. So tonight I will be starting Space Quest 2. Once again, I will be using a guide just to make things go by faster. I do have to apologize because when I did Space Quest 1, I forgot to turn on the audio capture for my desktop. So you guys didn't get to hear the rockin' MIDI music that played for the Space Quest theme. Tonight I'm hoping that problem will not exist. I might, I'm doing that thing again. I might turn it down a little bit. You know what? I'll just let it play. We'll see how it goes. If it sounds rough, let me know and I can adjust the audio for the next video. But for now, here we go with Space Quest 2. Alright, got my launcher up. Space Quest 2, here we go. Space Quest 2, or Space Quest, by the two guys from Andromeda. Chapter 2. Vohaul's Revenge. As you recall, in our last chapter, you had just foiled the Sarians' fiendish plot to rule the galaxy by using the Star Generator as their weapon of destruction. You became a hero by saving countless lives and returning the Star Generator technology into safe hands. Life was beautiful. But heroes come and go, and people soon forget your celebrated heroism. Herodom slowly fades, leaving you once again a janitor. The promotion to head janitor was no consolation, especially since you are the only member of the janitorial staff. Nor was the transfer to orbital station number 4. Sweating like a pork beast in a pressure suit while relocating space debris in zero gravity just wasn't your idea of a good time. Life sucks. Again. Ooh, slight graphical upgrade. Well, place. Xenon Orbital Station 4. Okay, because it's Roger Wilco. It's got to be. That's who he becomes. I don't know. I think it was in the third game they decided to name him, but yeah. I'm doing it. Orbital Station 4 is one of many orbiting Xenon, your home planet. It is a transfer point for travelers seeking transportation to the various planets in the Iranon system. As we begin this chapter of our story, we find you, Roger Wilco, Ace Janitor, doing what you do best. A beep emanates from your wristwatch. You release your grip on the broom. Ruh-roh. Look, the broom floats away, never to be used again. That makes the third one this week. Wait till your boss finds out. Look, watch, see. Ooh. Roger Wilco, get in here on the double. You've got a mess to clean up in the shuttle, which just returned. Once one of the passengers got space sick on the way down. Besides, you should have been done out there an hour ago. Get a move on. With that, the image disappears. All right. Do. Stand by for decontamination. All right. So we're gonna get clothes. And we're gonna walk over here. Open locker. Get all. Okay. I don't know what that gave me. New inventory items. Order form, dialect translator, supporter, and puzzle. Go west. All right. It's about time you got in here, Roger Wilco. Head for the shuttle bay on the double. I'm warning you, you're on your last leg around here, bud. One more screw up and your history. He then orders the transportation officer to send you directly to the shuttle bay and nowhere else until the job has been completed. I guess the actual graphical quality isn't that much better than the first one. It's just more detailed, more colors, or more detailed. You enter the shuttle and start sniffing around for the mess you must clean. That's a lovely way to find vomit. You are surprised to find that the shuttle is not empty. There are two extremely ugly suckers walking towards you. Hey, what the? Your favorite expletive here. What the? Ouch. Ouch. Ouch! Ow. Your protest is cut short as two interstellar ruffians proceed to thump you unconscious. Everything fades. Time passes. More time passes. A strange dream turns into the realization that you are being shaken and talked to by a voice unfamiliar to you. A dull ache triggers a distant memory of a scuffle in which you were the focal point. Upon awakening from your forced rest, it becomes quite apparent that you aren't in Kansas or Xenon anymore. You find that you are being held upright and under physical restraint from both sides by, you guess, the... As you try to struggle free, you notice that your hands are tied behind your back. As the eyes dial into focus, you make out an oddly disfigured being seated before you. Whoa, sagging mass of flesh that appears to have been human at one time. Tubes and wires extend from his body, leading to machines which keep him alive. Suddenly, his visage stirs and he begins to speak. Well, did we have a nice nap? I thought we would have to resort to drastic measures to wake you. Oh well. Welcome to my humble fortress, Roger Wilco. The name's Vohaul, Sludge Vohaul. I was the genius behind the star generator when it was still in the concept stages. It was to be my ultimate war weapon until some sissy pants scientists decided it would be better used saving lives rather than destroying them. What a waste of technology. Excuse me if I sound bitter. Ooh. Pardon me. Anyway, you ruined my Sarian operation. I was going to use a star generator to make Xenon pay for what they did to me. They were going to know my wrath in a big way. You somehow managed to change all that. Oh, I suppose I should have known better than to use those mental midget Sarians. That's not the point, however. You are responsible and you shall pay. Besides, I have another plan and you'll not be around to foil it. I have devised a plan so horrible, so frightening, so diabolical, that no one will be able to stop me. Observe my latest creation. I intend to infest your planet with thousands of these genetically engineered door-to-door life insurance salesmen. I will at last reap sweet revenge from the scientific community that mocked me. My plan was to kill you, but I've had a change of heart. Ha ha ha. Get it? He peers down at the hoses protruding from his chest and connected to a life support system. Forgive me, I'm a kidder. I've decided I would get much more enjoyment watching you suffer. My associates will escort you to the surface of the Labion. It's an interesting name. Where you will perform many painful hours of manual labor in my mines. Be seeing you. An injection renders you unconscious. Your drugged carcass is loaded onto a shuttle. Upon reviving, you look through the viewing port to see Vohaul's massive asteroid fortress getting smaller. Bon voyage. After touching down on a giant landing platform, you are ushered to a hovercraft waiting to transport you to the mining site. Utter despair sets in. Oh, that audio, I tell ya. Top notch. Top notch. It's actually kind of annoying. Ruh-roh. Uh-oh. Oh, great. I suppose we're out of fuel. Way to go, Gorf Breath. Don't blame me. It was your turn to fill up. You're always forgetting to do it. Wait till the master finds out. You're in big trouble. Hey, don't talk to me that way, you slime bucket. I filled it last time, Dip. The argument between the two guards is cut short as gravity reasserts itself. Wah, wah, wah. Crash. Oh, good thing I landed on that, dude. Good thing the guard broke your fall. He doesn't look too happy about it, though. Alright, whoops. Let's go search. Man. You search the grotesque body and find a small, thin magnetic card. It looks like a key card. You seem to recall seeing one somewhere in the past. Get key card. Okay. Then we go over here. We push button. You press the button, the light goes dark, and you no longer notice the high-pitched beep. Okay, so let us save. Game 1. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. DD Gaming 1. There we go. Alright. Oh, there's a little dude poking his head out in the background there somewhere. I've seen it. Alright, we're going north, it says. I gotta hide behind a big tree or something. From somewhere to the east, you hear a twang followed by a high-pitched shriek. Do-do-do-do. Oh. Do I have to go this way? We'll go free alien. Before disappearing through a tiny hole in the brush, the little creature gives you a long glance. Thanks, mister. Saving again. Because it's really easy to die in these games. Go stand next to the blue spores on the ground. Get spore. You take possession of one of the spores, being careful not to mistakenly break it open. All right. Oops. Ah, yes, this frickin' thing. I remember this. Okay, so we're gonna save it. And we're gonna just carefully... Yeah, see? Dead. Good. You've succeeded in establishing contact with one of this planet's life forms, and it looks like you'll get to examine it up close and personal. The giant root-looking thing is giving you a guided tour of its digestive system. What you experience next is too horrible to describe. Let's just say that you die as a result. You are dead. Trust me. It may please you to know that during the night you didn't digest well. For a while, gastric distress made it extremely unpopular with the other root monsters. Way to go, Wingnut. Once again, you've demonstrated your inabilities to sustain life. You quickly glance around the room to see if anyone saw you blow it. Nope, we're in the clear. Thank you for playing Space Quest 2, Roger Wilco. You've been swell to watch. Have a nice... Reload. I remember this fucking thing from my childhood, and it was not very fun. Oh, God. Ah, fuck. This is tricky now. We'll save again. Whoa. All right, made it. Okay, let's get berries. Oh, now I have to go through the freaking maze again. Okay, damn it. Let's make it. Ah, ooh. Oh, God. This is why we save scum and Space Quest games. Getting a little too cocky there. Damn it. Dang it. Oh my god. No way. Ah. Phew. Okay. There's no actual music playing. I'm just grooving to my own tune, my own drum. Sorry. You hear the hovercraft. You hear a hovercraft. Okay. So, go west. Stand next to the mailbox. Read order form. This is an order form you removed from a magazine for a free Labian terror beast mating whistle. It's ready to be mailed. Mail order form. You drop the order form into the box. The mailbox hums and buzzes for a while, then an object of some sort drops into the tray at the base of the box. The machine goes silent. Get whistle. Okay. Yeah. All right. So what we want to do is we want to rub berries on body. You rub the berries all over your body. You now smell like a walking ammonia inhalant. Lovely. Let us save our game. Go east into the swamp. Yuck. So if you don't rub the berries on your body, there's a swamp monster that eats you. That guy. In fact, I think he still might eat me, but then spits me out. Yeah, here he comes. Oh no. You feel something slimy clamp down on your leg and almost as suddenly spit you back out. You distinctly hear the sounds of an aquatic gagging and retching. Evidently, you had a bad aftertaste from the berries. Right. Out of the way, tree. Wait a minute. I think there was a spot up over here. Yes, there we go. You've stepped into a deeper area of the swamp. You are forced to swim. Hold breath. You take a deep breath, filling your lungs to near bursting, and then head for the depths below. Look at that form. I think if you're not quick, you can run out of air. All right, so then we got 7 to the get gem. Okay. Stop there. We'll go hold breath again. Swim. So as you can tell from this game, you didn't really miss much in the audio department on the first game when I forgot to record the audio. It's a lot of beeping and booping. All right, let's get out of here. You've gotten out of the deep spot and are back on your soggy feet. Trudging through the swamp. Where the heck am I? There I am. It's hung up on the tree. All right, let's just do a quick game save again. Tree. This tree is dead and seems to be free of the slick secretions some of the others generate. You begin to shinny your way up the snag. That's quite the climbing animation there. Crack! Oof. Holy log jams, Batman, you almost ate the big one. Yeah, almost. All right, save it again. Keep going. Bloop. Yikes, you have been snared. Suspended above the ground, you are unable to move freely. Help. Oh. After a while, the cerebral fireworks begin. Capillaries begin to burst under the strain. You pass out. Once again, time passes, and then some more time passes. While unconscious, you have the strangest of dreams. You imagine that your name is Larry. You are wearing something known as a leisure suit, apparently made of 100% synthetic materials and proven to generate large amounts of static electricity. While prowling a locale known as the Land of the Lounge Lizards, you spend your time badgering women of the area to participate in bizarre mating rituals, such as just then consciousness begins to creep in. A little nod to Leisure Suit Larry, perhaps? Your head begins to clear and you realize that you have been imprisoned. Your captor appears to be that large oaf sitting near the fire. So let's talk Hunter. The Hunter seems to ignore you. Talk Hunter. The hunter stands and takes a long look at your direction. His face, though strange in its own right, bears an expression one might see on a freak show patron. He moves closer. Throw spores. Upon impact with the ground, the spore opens and spews its dust into the air. The hunter falls to the ground paralyzed. Get key. You reach the bars and take possession of the key. Unlock door. You slip the key into the lock and give it a turn. The lock snaps open. Open door. Okay. We need this. Get rope. Save. Go north. Drats! Vohaul's troops have tracked you down and passed sentence for your escape. Tough luck. Way to go, Wingnut. Once again, you blah 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 blah. Yeah. You're about to restore the game. Yes, okay. Get rope, go north and then west again. I think I should go. Oh, okay. Can't go that way. Alrighty, Roo. Climb. Whoa, that was close. Climb log. Tie rope. Tie rope on log. Climb rope. Holy, learn how to spell there. And type. Swing. Just gonna save it. I did it. Okay. Gem. You take out the gem and hold it in your palm. The room is illuminated by the glow. You hear a small shriek and the sound of many footsteps moving away from you. Thank goodness for that. Okay. The heck? Ah, stupid rocks were in my way. The ground below your feet disappears. You tumble down through the darkness. Oof, oof, oof. That was a rather spectacular entrance. All systems seem to be intact, though. Uh-oh. Get gem. Got it. The dwellers mumble something. The translator responds with, "Follow us, beanpole." They hurry away. All right, I'm following. I'm following. What am I doing for... Oh, I got lots of time. Lots of time. Oh, what's that? Welcome to our canyon. You look to be from out of town. On behalf of all of us, I would like to thank you for saving our compadre from the hunters. You are welcome to stay in the canyon as long as you like. When you are ready to leave, simply say the word, and my assistants will show you the only way out for a being of your size. When you leave, however, you must seal the we must seal the exit behind you for our own protection. Goodbye and good luck. Okay, say the word. Climb. I think I can just climb down the ladder. Yeah. Put gem in mouth. Better. Not a great deal better, but better. All right, you need to navigate through the maze. The optimal route is down. Right. Suddenly, an inhuman guttural moan echoes through the narrow caves. You're not sure which direction it came from. The only thing you do know for sure is that you've just soiled your undergarment. I pooed my pants. Okay, right. Down, right, down. Down. The second ladder. Down. Right. Hey. You have an opportunity to stand and spare your tender knees. The crystal clear water gives off a gentle glow in abundance. It is able to light the room. You take your glowing gem from between your aching jaws. You notice it is overly moist as you slip it into your pocket. Alrighty, Roo. timeth to save. Until you reach the exit, go into the underground stream and go east. All right. What a lovely little grotto. So when you get to the fork, go to right. Take the right fork. As you enter another of the mysterious subterranean chambers, you realize that the water is now racing toward a giant whirlpool in the middle of the area. You are caught in the strong currents, powerless to alter your course. All right. Oh no. I'm getting flushed like a poo. Your body is sucked down until finally you are able to resist no more and must yield to the overwhelming force. Sploosh. Geez, that was quite a trip. Peering around, you find yourself back in the open again. I never noticed. I don't know that I noticed that that was a face before. Not that it matters. All right. I feel like something's about to happen here, so we're gonna save. Whoa, whistle. You hear an incredible whirring and grinding sound coming from the north. Suddenly, a Labian terror beast buzzes into the room like a tornado, and he looks like he could do as much damage as one. Okie dokie. Ah. Well, ain't that a hoot? That guy reduced you to a multicolored mound of coleslaw like matter. Better than Murphco Slice-O-Matic. You are dead, however. Okay, so let's go. Let's try this. Blow whistle. Get that ready. You chuck the Cubik's Rube puzzle over to the beast. Ooh, the beast appears interested in your offering. Curiosity gets the better of him as he reaches down for it. He seems quite perplexed by the puzzling plastic polyhedron. All right, we're just gonna sneak on by. Nothing to see here. All right. Get stone. I think. You pick up a small rock generated during the Terror Beast's grand entrance. Now these guys shoot me, I think. Hide in the bushes. Throw stone at guard with supporter. Wait till he comes back. I don't know if he has to be like in the middle here. You cleverly use the athletic supporter to sling the rock at the guard. It makes serious contact with the side of his head. We like the way you think. Oof. He drops like a lead parakeet. The ripe thud of impact is momentarily sickening. He is perfectly still. All right. Let's go to the door. Insert key card. Slide the key card into the slot, then remove it. All right, enter the elevator. As soon as the elevator door closes behind you, the platform on which you rest begins to rise. Another ship. Okay. Enter ship. You recall from when you landed the entry hatch being on the rear left of the shuttle. You'll have to move a little. Yeah, but I don't want to. Enter ship. Save. All right. So then we go look. Roles. Everything looks automatic. The panel is loaded with clusters of systems, status indicators. There's a power button, an attitude dial, and an ascent thruster button. Look at attitude dial. The attitude dial sets throttle control to either VAC, vertical altitude control, or HAC, horizontal. It is currently set to HAC. Okay, push power. Set dial VAC. The attitude dial is now set to VAC. Push thruster a button. Shuttle begins to vibrate as the ascent thrusters ignite. Pull a throttle. Look at that. Ascent thrusters ready. Attitude system. Vertical control. Forward. Back. Descent. Okay. Use up and down key to control descent. The goal is to ascend. Press the key. Okay. This video might run a bit long because I think I'm actually getting fairly close to the end. You're off the planet. Good work, Roger Wilco. The tone sounds a soft synthesized voice notes that adequate altitude has been achieved. Ascent thrusters are now ineffective. The monitor draws your attention again. Okay. So then set dial VAC, or no, HAC. I'm flying. Now we wait. The screens are suddenly splashed with the incredibly horrible image of Sludge Vohaul. Hello, Roger Wilco. I've been waiting for you. Once again, my subordinates have failed me. Anyways, it looks like you'll be visiting me again soon. Don't bother trying to pilot the vehicle. I've taken control. You will be arriving at my command post shortly. I anxiously await your arrival. He closes with a chilling laugh. Ha ha ha. His image is frozen on the screens. The ship changes course as if it had a life of its own. All you can do is hang on. That's no moon. That's a space station. Caught in a trap. You feel the ship bank. What is that appearing in the distance? Through the window, you see your apparent destination, Vohaul's asteroid. Okay. So, this guide is telling me Vohaul's asteroid. It's telling me Vohaul's asteroid is basically one big death trap. Save early, save often. Do not go down the stairs. Okay. The massive bay doors meet, jarring the entire vehicle bay. As you step down, the shuttle doors slam behind you. You are quite surprised not to find several of Vohaul's guards waiting to greet you. You begin to ponder what the twisted scientist might have in store for you. We are going to go east, it says. And we're going to try not to fall off of these catwalks, which I think is something that's easy to do. Into the elevator. 5. Go east and then east again. Go to the door in between two cell doors. Okay. You have a funny feeling you're being watched. Could it be that camera that's following me? East. Aha! You know a janitorial closet when you smell one. Almost at once you sense an emptiness, a melancholy longing. You begin to feel homesick. Okay, so let's look around. It's quite dark in here. There's a small wastebasket on the floor. Next to it is a pair of crusty overalls. Get basket. Aren't you amazed by how much stuff an adventure game hero can carry? You've just got to know how to pack. Get overalls. You pick up the overalls. They are very small and quite worn out, not to mention filthy and of no use to you. You toss them back on the floor. As you set them down, something falls to the floor. Look, floor. You see some filthy overalls and a lighter. Get lighter. Okay. Return to the elevator. If you walk by those hands, you get killed. I remember that. Yeah, you keep watching me. I got my basket and I got my lighter. I'm coming to get you. 4. Gonna let that go by. Where did it go? It despawned. Paper. Okay. Close door. Use toilet. I don't know if something bad happens, but it says 4 laps. Do this. You slide your uniform pants down and settle onto the cool ring. You go through whatever motions might be normal for you during this act. Refreshed, you grab your pants and compose yourself. Open door. All right. So let us leave. And we shall go east again. Oh crap. Oh crap. Yep. Did it auto-save? I don't remember saving there. But now, having said that, let us save anyways. Boop-a-boop, boop-a-boop. This video's gonna run long. Push button. Look around. It's quite dark in here. On the floor, you notice a glass cutter. Get glass cutter. Okay. Return to the elevator or go west and then west again. All right. 3. It's quite dark in here. You do, however, find a plunger. Get plunger. Okay. Now I think I'll go this way. I don't know if it's quicker or not. Let us save again in case that thing shows up. Do 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 do. Yeah. Don't think there's very much game left, so I'm just gonna keep going. get this all done in one night. Might be a slightly extra long video, but that is okay. Return to the chateau and walk down the stairs. Walk down the stairs. Try to walk west. Uh-oh. The door behind you closes. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. You feel the floor shift below you. It's moving to the other side. Just gonna save. Might just do the DinoDarenGaming 2. Using formerly uncharacteristic creativity, you apply the suction cup-like plunger to the smooth metal finish and hang on for dear life. Once a janitor, always a janitor. Hey! Release. Release grip. You release your grip and drop back down. Oh, I lost my plunger. Okay. Look ceiling. Sprinklers. Okay, so put paper in basket. Okay. Drop basket. Light basket. Go east. While receiving a nice hosing yourself, the basket fire is extinguished. Seconds later, a loud series of pops is followed by the smell of fried electronics. The sprinkler sense accomplishment and cease operation. Nice! I don't know what that did. Your fire and subsequent shower seems to have shorted out the burnished bullies. Oh yeah, there's some like robot guards there that if you don't do something about them, they fuck shit up. Right, climb the stairs. You've just entered Vohaul's secret chamber. The evil one himself is seated before a large console high on a platform in the center of the room. Standing obliviously ready are many of the dreaded salesman clones. Hello, fat man. So, Roger Wilco, we meet again. I must say, I'm quite impressed with your resourcefulness and tenacity. I'd love to chat, but I'm busy preparing the last of my salesman clones for their trip to Xenon. Feel free to stick around and observe the downfall of your civilization. Ha ha ha. Okie dokie, so if I climb the stairs... Going somewhere? Ha ha ha. As soon as you step on the platform, you are struck by a beam of light emitted from a unit in the ceiling. In a matter of seconds, you are broken down into microparticles and extracted from the air. Wow. Again, the beam strikes, this time blasting into a glass jar. On the console, it is there that you are molecularly reconstructed in a miniaturized form. Small Roger Wilco. Well, I'll be darned, my miniaturization beam does work. In the old days, I'd test these things on myself, but as you may have noticed by my appearance, being my own guinea pig has had its disadvantages. I guess this will keep you out of my way once and for all. You'll make a nice conversation piece. With that, Vohaul turns away to put finishing touches on Xenon's fate. Use cutter. The newly cut pane of glass falls onto the counter. Apparently Vohaul doesn't notice. Just gonna do the old save-a-rooney. So then we'll go over here. We will climb vent. Wiggle your slim carcass through the vent. Ah, it's Vohaul's heart. Oh, there's a button. Push button. Way to go, Roger Wilco. You've just disconnected Vohaul's life support system. He's a goner without it. Nice. Climb out. You can see Vohaul struggling to take his last few breaths. Not you again. You think you have won, he wheezes, but all you have done is to seal your own fate. He reaches up and flips the switch on the far end of the console before dropping to the floor, dead. Dead. Okay, so we're gonna pull a switch. Type and large. Nice. I'm coming. You're once again reconstituted, this time to the correct size. You notice that the clones are gone. Search body. An examination of his repulsively turgid fabric-encased mass reveals nothing other than the tubes which supplied him with the blood and oxygen. You do notice the letters SHSR written in pen on the back of his hand. Password, probably. Okay, let's go look monitor. SHSR. Aborted. Bum, bum, bum. Press F6 to exit. All right. No insurance salesman unleashed upon my planet. Oh God. Right. This is a crooked staircase. Oh dear. Oh God. Oh God. Get mask. You open the box, and noticing an oxygen mask, you remove and close the box. Wear mask. That was my very terrible Darth Vader impression. Because why not? Now this part coming up, I remember from my childhood being terrible because I could not type fast enough. A section of the glass tubing is fractured from combined stresses. The pressurized atmosphere rushes for the relative vacuum of space. Fortunately, wearing the mask protects you from suffocation. It's almost as if I knew. All right. You no longer need the mask. You remove it and stow it for later. Walk west and keep walking until you come to the escape pods. Note, the escape pods are being guarded by a robot that will kill you if it gets too close. It is advisable to walk to one screen. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Okay, that's gonna get fucking annoying fast. 40 minutes until meltdown. All right. Right. Yeah, this part. Okay. Enter pod. I spelled pod wrong. See? Yeah. Any curiosity you may have harbored regarding the menacing metallic pest will now be satisfied as you have drawn too close. Your attention is attracted to a decal on the front of the machine. It says the Vohaul Aromatic. This rouses your curiosity. Suddenly you note that each and every bone in your body feels as though it has been transformed into molten matter. Never slow to catch on, you notice that you are cooking from the inside out. Now this is a pain that lingers. Dead. Every drop of moisture is purged from your system by the intense heat of the internal barbecue. Your dehydrated composition makes it impossible to continue. Better luck next time. Roger will go. Okay, restore. Okay. Do. Enter pod. Oh, yeah, right. Ah, crap. I think I'm dead. Okay. Okay, let's do slow. Sure. Oh my god. I don't know how you're supposed to do this when you can't when you're a little kid and you can't type? Because I'm an adult and oh, son of a... Struggling with an old school kids game, and let's go enter pod. Oh, slow, save so that it's already slow. Push button. I can do this. I've done it. But whoever invented, oh, you son of a pod. I did it. Okay, let's switch that back to normal. Enter pod. On entering the escape pod, you quickly take your seat. Look around. You're seated inside one of the emergency escape vehicles. Before you lies a control panel and a viewport. Push button. Escape vehicle launch sequence has begun. Look around. Three, two, one. Phew. You're going to have to stop cutting these escapes so close, Roger Wilco. Well, you must feel pretty good right now. You stopped Vohaul from carrying out his threat of salesman infestation, ultimately destroying the twisted scientist himself. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. My neighbors are making noise and my window's open. You also managed to save your own skin, and just look at that score. Pretty darn impressive. Some kind of beeping. Suddenly, a warning signal draws your attention to the oxygen meter on the front panel. It reads low and dropping fast. This is just great. You knew it was all too good to be true. You have maybe 5 minutes of air left. Well, Roger Wilco, it was nice knowing you. Look around. Now you take the time to view the interior of the pod in a more detail. You see a sleep chamber against one of the walls. Open chamber. Oh, I can move around. Open chamber. You turn back the plexiglass cover. Enter chamber. You make the split-second decision to enter the sleep chamber. It seals automatically. Soon you are overcome by a pleasant drowsiness. This is certainly better than suffocating. You begin to drift away into a deep sleep with the satisfaction of having accomplished your task. You've come through in the clutch, and you deserve a nice long rest. Now, if someone would just pick you up somewhere along the way. So long, Roger Wilco, and thanks again for saving your people. Thanks for playing Space Quest 2. The end. The end. I missed out on 5 points. I wonder what's up. Alright, I'll let that play. Yeah. That was Space Quest 2. Oldie but a gooder. Like I said, it was tricky when I was a kid. Like, I had it on slow and that robot just about got me still. Because I was panic typing. And I know how to type, but I did not when I was little and I played this, and that part, I was that close to the end and I could not get it. Could not get it. Do I have to hit enter here? Nope, still playing music. Let me shut that music down. Can I? I don't. Let me put this back up. I think I'm talking over some really loud music. Oop, microphone in the shot. Is it done? I guess. File, quit. Good. All right. I will. So yeah, that was Space Quest 2. Another game from way back in the 1980s. Yeah, that was one. Like I said, I had a real hard time as a kid when I didn't know how to type. I was like trying to get push button, enter pod. It didn't work. So for the longest time, I did not see the end of this game until I was old enough to be able to type fast enough to do it. And even as an adult, you saw I struggled. The timing on that was pretty rough. Who knew a game from way back could have such difficulty built into it? But yeah, that is Space Quest 2 for this week's edition of Throwback Thursday. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have, hit the bell button so you know when my next video is be posted, when it will be posted. Yeah, drop a like, leave a comment. Again, if anybody's got any ideas they want to throw out there for games for me to try, either on my regular series or for this Throwback Thursday, let me know. And I will see if I can find them. I might already have them. Who knows? But I will see what I can do. And until next time, when we head back to RoboCop, tomorrow night probably, maybe. It's Friday. We'll see. Weekends usually get to be a little bit busy for me. That's why I try to do these during the week and keep them consistent, because I know once Friday, Saturday night hits, it's tough to find the time to do this. But I am enjoying it, as I always say, and I'm looking forward to doing some more. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next episode of RoboCop. Until then, have a great evening.